I really need to say this and really need to be honest with all of you. If Marvel wants to kill off King T'Challa and give it to Shuri, I think I'm saying her name right. If not, please correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm going to say this right now. I know a lot of people are very much heavily against another Black Panther film just because the main actor who played the character is dead. He's passed away from cancer. It really is unfortunate, but that's how it goes. And to tell you the truth, the whole Black Panther trilogy is kind of fucked, if you ask me. Because I guarantee you, if he was still alive, we would have a completely different trilogy. And now we're going to have to change that entire trilogy just because the actor is dead. And I don't even know Marvel wants to reconsider doing a recasting of the character, because the way how Chadwick Boseman died and pretty much has to, in a really good way, have to change their plans of what they were going to do with Black Panther. And honestly, I'm going to say this right now, for better or for worse, Shuri is going to be your new Black Panther. And I know she was probably going to be the plan. It was going to be that whole thing. Black Panther passes the down to Shuri, her sister, and go forward, and we go on her story and everything. But now we're going to have to do her story now, because we don't want to get a recasting on the King T'Challa, and two, we don't want to deal with the bullshit on a recasting backlash, pretty much. And people would say, what was the whole point doing a tribute to him if you're just pretty much going to recast him in the end? And I totally agree on that whole statement, because I personally feel that if you just recast him, people would say, what the fuck? What was the whole point doing that tribute to him if you're just going to recast him in the end? But since there's heavily rumors that they're going to kill him off, and I'm guessing Namor will be the main villain for the sequel, which, tell you the truth, there were rumblings, there were whispers and mentions of Namor was going to be a villain of Black Panther or a villain for the Fantastic Four, maybe. That's just speculations on people's end, I heard. But I could actually buy that Namor killed Black Panther and Shuri wants to get revenge and pretty much go out of her way to kill the fucking bastard, which honestly, that would be totally cool and awesome at the same time. But, you know, the fact is, I mean, I'm just going to say this. Look, for better or for worse, we're going to have to deal with the bullshit. We're going to have to carry on. Chadwick Boseman would want us to carry on with this franchise, because we don't want to have him pretty much be the sole reason why this franchise didn't continue. So, I mean, I'm totally honest with all of you. I really wanted to continue, but I really wish that, you know, we didn't have this problem. We didn't have this bullshit problem, because now we're going to have to change everything because the actor passed away. And it really is unfortunate. It really kind of pisses me off, because I was really looking forward to seeing Black Panther in Fantastic Four, seeing him with Storm, and they established Storm was in Wakanda and have where the two of them fall in love and a storyline, and it really would be so fucking good, but yet again, fucking not gonna happen. And it's just that you're gonna have to deal with the bullshit. You're gonna have to deal with this new direction. And this is what sometimes I hate about superhero movies, because, you know, when you have a vision and your actor, or hell, one of your actors passes away that's very crucial to your story, you're going to have to change it. For example, Heath Ledger died when he played the Joker. There were plans to have the Joker to be in the third film of Batman and pretty much continue on what they left off, but they had to pretty much drop that entire storyline and pretty much go to a different direction. Another one, Carrie Fisher's death. Carrie Fisher's death really hurt the entire sequel trilogy, and it showed when that whole happened, and they had no choice to kill her off on her character. So you got no choice. You just got no choice. And what really pisses me off is we're just going to have to go all the way back to basic again. Pretty much, we're going to do the same shit that we saw in Black Panther's arc, all the way down to what we saw in Black Panther's movie. Same thing is going to happen in Shuri's film when she becomes Black Panther. Don't be surprised that that happens. Don't be surprised, because that shit, I could see that Marvel doing. I could see Marvel Studios doing that, because now they have to start all over. They have no choice. But you know, it is what it is. And I hate shit like that. I really do. If this was voice acting, you're replaceable. That's all I'm going to say. You're replaceable, and that's it. We carry on and go forward. And that's the hardcore truth. And personally, honestly, I'm okay with that. But what comes to acting on live action movies, fucking hurts. Because if you're a fan, if you're a fan of a particular franchise, and if you lost your main actor and you have no other choice to go on a different direction, and your movie trilogy that was originally going to plan for this specific character is now fucked, you really got no choice. And I really got nothing to say. And I really have to just accept the bullshit that we have to do the same beats, the same direction that we did with King T'Challa to not only Shuri as well. I was hoping we would go in a different direction with Shuri, but I'm pretty much positive that we're going to have to do the same beats with Shuri like we did with T'Challa. And that's very unfortunate. And it really sucks that we'll never see him in Fantastic Four or X-Men. I was really looking forward to seeing Storm with King T'Challa and have her, she's the queen of Wakanda, and pretty much she's the one that helps Wakanda to be better and all that crap. That would have been an amazing arc. That would have been an amazing direction. But now we're basically screwed and we're shit out of luck. And we have to do this forced, let's end King T'Challa's story because we don't want to disrespect his family. We don't want to recast. We don't want to do any of that. We're just going to carry it on, but we're just going to do a different character that pretty much will go on what we want. And honestly, that's the safest bet. We're probably going to have a playing it safe film. Fun fact, I found this concept artwork from Black Panther movie artwork, and they were already pretty much having her become Black Panther. So this tells me we're probably going to see this sometime later on in the sequel. And this is basically what we're probably going to get ourselves into, what she's more likely going to become. But just to go on more of my point and just ending this entire video, because I've been holding this for a good long while on how I feel on Black Panther, and it's just, I'm being honest. I think this sucks, but tell you the truth, it's just how things are. Anyway, I'm kind of done now. There's nothing else I could say anymore. Please stay tuned on my reviews on Black Panther, and also Shuri's comic book reviews as well. I'm going to do her solo book because why not? And it is just, I really hope that they do a good job. They just need to make a good sequel. Nothing more. And I know a lot of people are going to be very heavily against this film. I just got that feeling. They're going to be heavily against this film no matter where they go. And to tell you the truth, they need to fucking take a chill pill. Because the Black Panther is a legacy character. Hell, you even seen Killmonger become the Black Panther in the film, in his first film. That was a cool fight, if you ask me. But, you know, I just feel like no matter where we go from here, it's how things are. It really is. And I'm hoping for the best. I really do. And I think it's going to be a great film. I really do. And I'm really looking forward to it in 2022, whenever they pretty much decide where they're going to go, because they got a year. They got a full year on making this movie happen and making their decision, because no matter what anyone else thinks, they're going to make this film, and they're going to have to decide where they're going to go with the Black Panther franchise. Do you change the direction for Black Panther, or you recast? I'm heavily against a recasting. I think that shit's no thank you, buddy. Unless you're trying to make this piss poor excuse, oh, it's from the multiverse. Yet we barely did anything with the multiverse until after Doctor Strange. Once we do that, we could fucking talk. But until then, let's fucking do a proper sequel that we all want. A Shuri Black Panther film. And I don't blame Chadwick Boseman, because he given us great films, great stories on Black Panther, and he really did a great job on that character, because, you know, this is a guy that was battling cancer, and he put up with the pain and just really dying from this disease that we don't have a cure. And I'm going to be honest with all of you, that's a true king. That's a true king, wherein you have a guy that suffered pain, the most darkest thing in us, mankind. I'm going to say this. You're amazing. You're a king. And I definitely respect him, because he brought that character to life. To not only you see that acting on what he did to Black Panther, the way he bring that character to life, it was match of heaven. And he'll always be looked at as the guy who brought Black Panther to life. I always loved him in Civil War. I thought he was one of the best parts of Civil War. And I was really looking forward to his solo film. And I saw his movie, and I'm not gonna lie, his movie was good. It's just I think there was a lot of things I would want for a potential sequel that could fix the problems that I had. And now we have to change things for better or for worse. And I do believe his death affect the Black Panther trilogy in both good and bad. Personally, it gave Black Panther a bigger fan base even more, because now everyone is embracing that character even more, and it makes me proud of that as a fan of the character. But yet again, it's just, I wanted to see a trilogy. I wanted to see him have a trilogy, but we can't have that. I guess you could say we kind of did, because his first film, Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Endgame were his story. You saw the story of King T'Challa. And therefore we have to do his sister next. My only argument is, but it would have been awesome if we saw him with Storm. It would have been amazing if we saw him with the Fantastic Four, which will eventually happen. We will see the Fantastic Four in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But that's just a fan speaking how he feels. I have to give Chadwick Boseman the respect that he truly deserves. A man that really did great movies and really deserves a lot of respect. In a way, you could say he truly was the king of movies. He was the Black Panther. And he'll always be remembered as the Black Panther. That was his breakthrough film, and his other films were phenomenal. And as Black Panther said it best, death is not the end. It's more like a stepping off point. And yeah, I agree with that. I agree that death is not the end. It's more the beginning of what your journey will go after this life. And that's just me kind of saying how I kind of feel in death, as only people shouldn't be afraid of death. But just, it is what it is. It is unfortunate. It is very sad that he's gone. But I just have to say how I feel as a fan of Black Panther. And just really, I've been thinking about this for a very long while now since Chadwick Boseman's death has happened, and it's just really not right. But that's how it is. Life ain't fair, and just we got to go on. We got to move on. We got to carry on, and we got to go do our lives, and hopefully, you know, for better for worse, Black Panther will be great. Um, and I think he would want Black Panther to be great. But we'll see how things go from here on. And stay tuned on my reviews on Black Panther. I'm doing my reviews on him. I'm going to be doing all his books along with Shuri. And stay tuned my videos on Black Panther. And just tell me how you feel. I know it's been like 3-4 months now since Chadwick Boseman's death, but it really has affected me as a fan of the character of Black Panther, and just kind of made me think, where do we go with that character? There's even rumors of Namor for the sequel. Granted, there was rumors at way back in the first Black Panther, but there's more rumors now that he's going to be the one that kills Black Panther. And if that's the case, I would want Namor to get killed off in that sequel. Because having that guy be around, would just be, you let that cocksucker alive? Kind of reminds me of a different fucking video game that did that shit and didn't do a fucking good job on its revenge plot. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, we'll see how things go. Maybe they go on a different direction with Shuri, and maybe do something where she does something that King T'Challa didn't do, or something like that. That would be a good direction, but just, it really is just not great as a Black Panther fan. It really isn't. It really is sucks. Because when you really have all this wish list of the character, and you just gotta deal with the fact of the actor who played the character really is gone, and you really can't go any further than that unless you just want to do a recasting, which I don't think that would be a really good idea. That's just how I feel. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Stay tuned on my Black Panther reviews, issue number 1, volume 1, and I'll see you later. Bye.